What's going on, guys? One love out to everybody. We got UFC Fight Night. Yan versus Dvalishvili. Prediction, guys. Not much breakdown here. I'm gonna fly through these real quick, real fast here. Before I get started, hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to this channel. Also check out my Patreon account for my face-up predictions and prop plays. You can also donate to this channel too. Alright, to my PayPal account, which the link will be down below. Let's fly into these real quick, guys. I believe this fight card starts at 3 p.m. Been kind of busy. Got a lot of things going on, a lot of positive things, good things, you know, all about positivity, right? Keep that positive vibe flowing. First fight here, guys, we got Carlston Harris versus Gerard Goodin. Gerard Goodin short notice here. I'm liking Harris here, guys, and I'm gonna say 60% Harris, 40% Goodin. You know, Goodin is a heavy hand guy. Has a submission game too, but I feel Carlston Harris is a little more skilled fighter here, so I'm gonna go with Harris here by decision and slightly confident, but I'm like 60-40 here. Alright, next fight we got Tyson Nam versus Bruno Silva. This is 50-50 for me, guys. Both guys are heavy-handed. Nam has the experience here. Silva got the grown game. We look for submissions. I'm 50-50 in this fight, guys. I'm not confident. I'm gonna go with Bruno Silva, but I'm not confident because Tyson Nam is an experienced guy. The guy's a kind of veteran and has the heavy hands and he has skills too. But Bruno, I feel, is a little more well-rounded here, so I'm gonna go with Silva by decision. I'm not confident. Next fight we got JJ Andries versus Aaron Lipski. 50-50, man. I'm gonna go with JJ Andries. I'm gonna say JJ Andries by decision. I'm not confident. Next fight we got Tony Gravel versus Victor Henry. And next 50-50, man. Like this card right here, guys, I'm not too confident in it, to be honest with you. So you can play at your own risk here. Nothing guaranteed. A lot of contender series guys are facing contender series guys, and just a lot of unknowns, you know. Gravel Henry, man. Gravel would gas out in the fights. Gravel would drop the ball. Wrestling. Henry would look for takedowns too. Not a bad striker, pretty well-rounded guy. Both guys are very experienced. I'm gonna push towards Henry here, guys, but I'm 50-50 because, like I said, Gravel could win here. But I'm gonna go with Henry by decision, but I'm not confident. Next fighter we got Sedriques Dumas versus Josh Feeman. That's the next fighter, man. That's not confident. Both contender series guys. I mean, Josh fought in the UFC already though. He got his one fight there. I'm gonna go with Dumas. I'm gonna say Dumas by KO in the first round, but I'm 50-50. Next fighter we got Rafael Sancho versus Davey Grant. Next 50-50, man. Rafael is a veteran guy. Grant is kind of a veteran too, but Rafael is like a veteran, like been in the game for a long time. I'm gonna go with Grant here, guys. I'm gonna say Grant by KO in the second round, but I'm not confident. 50-50. Next fighter we got Łukasz Brzeski versus Carl Williams. This one is a definite toss-up. I'm gonna go Brzeski by submission, second round. 50-50. A lot of these fights 50-50, man. Next fighter we got Victor Penstruno versus Anton Turkalj. Next fight here, man. Toss up, man. I'm gonna go. I was slightly kind of leaning towards Victor, but I kind of make my change, and I'm gonna go with Anton. I'm gonna say Anton by submission, second round. 50-50, man. So Anton Turkalj by submission, second round. All right. Next fighter we got Mario Bautista versus Guido Canetti. I'm liking Bautista here, and I'm gonna say Bautista by submission, first round, and I say 70-30. So 70% Mario for the win. All right. Next fighter we have Saeed Nurmagomedov versus Jonathan Martinez. This one can definitely go both ways. I mean, Jonathan Martinez is a pretty good fighter, man. He's pretty well rounded, and Saeed is pretty well rounded too. When he showed it in his last fight, You know, he was kind of struggling. You know, he was getting taken down in the fights, and he pulled off a guillotine in the third. And it's a guy known more for his striking, more elusive striking, you know. But Jonathan Martinez can strike too. But I noticed when Martinez fight guys who has a technical background, he doesn't do as well. Kind of struggle. You know what I mean? Saeed is very technical. I'm going to go with Saeed here. I'm going to say Saeed by decision, but this is a 50-50. All right? Next fight, we got Nikita Krylov versus Ryan Spann. And next 50-50, man. Both guys are pretty experienced, pretty much similar skill sets, have a strong wrestling background. But I feel the striking from Nikita could give Spann problems. And Spann been knocked down a couple of times. I'm going to go with Nikita Krylov for the win. I'm going to say Nikita by KOTQ in the first round. And 50-50. It's an even fight to me. Next fight, we got Alexander Volkov versus Andrei Romanov. This fight here, Romanov will gas out in the fight, man. But in first round, maybe second, he got a strong takedown, and his submission game is not bad. And Volkov can get taken down, and when he gets taken down, and he's not against the cage, if you take him down the center of the octagon, he's stuck. He's going to be on his back, and he can get submitted, man. That's the only thing about this fight. But if Romanov take him down and Alexander Volkov keep getting up, you know, it just happens, you know, he's coming with a different game plan, he keep getting up, then you can see Romanov getting gassed out, and Alexander probably can possibly knock him out, but man, this is a 50-50, man. I'm going to go with Alexander Romanov. It's just the stylistic, the fight, you know, with Volkov can get taken down, and Romanov, the big dude on top of you, he can pull off submissions, you know, I'm going to go with Romanov. I'm going to say Romanov by submission, first round, but 50-50 too, man. This fight card here should be a lot of even fights, man. Because a lot of unknowns here, man. Main fight on the card here, we got Petr Yan, my boy. Petr Yan is still my boy, man. It doesn't matter if you win or lose, man. It's not about that. Yan is a good fighter, man. A lot of his fights he got ripped off too, versus my Rob Dvalishvili. Petr Yan, man. I feel his last Sean O'Malley, he won that fight. That was a freaking robbery, dude. I don't know how O'Malley won that. Well, I know how he won it. I take that back. But Petr Yan won that fight. Aljamain Sterling, same thing. Petr Yan won that fight. I feel, man, I'm not even going to say it no more. I like Petr Yan here. Dvalishvili is a pretty good fighter, but he can get one-dimensional. Takedown, grinds. He's a good grinder. And he's also from Aljamain Sterling camp. So, I mean, Aljamain, this fight is going to be interesting, man. And Yan knows, you know, the camp. He fought these guys, so he knows, you know, the skill that Aljamain Sterling has, and Dvalishvili trains with Aljamain Sterling, and they're pretty similar. You know, the takedowns, the grinding, and the strong wrestling base. So Yan is a very well-rounded guy, man. And like I said, I feel Petr Yan, my boy, won all those fights there, in my opinion. But again, Dvalishvili could come in here and grind out a win. It's possible. But sometimes with Dvalishvili fights, if you watch his fights, sometimes he gets hurt on the foot. He can get touched up. And if Yan can stop the takedowns, keep the fight standing, which he can, because Yan is a pretty well-rounded dude. But then if it goes to decision now, and depending on the judging, you know, if Yan keep getting taken down, then it could be a split decision again, and Marab win the fight. You know, so people would say go with Marab, but I'm gonna go with my boy Petr Yan. I'm gonna say Petr Yan by decision, and it's an even fight because the fact that, you know, if Dvalishvili takes down Yan and happen to get him down, then you can just win the fight off just taking down. And then it goes to judges in split decision. So it's a very close fight based on that. But if Yan can connect, could slow him down, can stop the takedowns, possibly even can knock out Marab. I mean, that's a possibility. You know, Yan has the ability to do that. I'm going to go with Petr Yan here. I'm going to say Petr Yan by decision, like I said. I'm not confident, 50-50. Quick look at the odds here, guys, what I'm working with. It's a quick turn right here, guys. You won't bet this all the time, man. You know, I've just been busy lately, so been busy a lot, man. Yeah, I got an next baby on the way, man. Baby's on the way. So, You know, when you have kids, it can get very busy, especially when you have a baby on the way. Carl Harrison 300 against Gooden. I'm liking Carl Harrison here. Yeah, I mean, Harrison is a pretty good fighter, man, in my opinion. Should be able to beat Gooden, but still be careful. Silva, Nam, I say this is 50-50. Even though I like Silva about 190, 200, it's 50-50. Be careful, because Nam is a veteran guy. He can win, man. He got that heavy hands, too. He's not a bad fighter. Tony Gravo, Victor Henry. This is even. This is kind of close. They got Henry 145, but this is an even fight. I'm liking Henry, though. Aliski, JJ Andrews 300 or something. Oh, wait, man. Even though Aliski is mental. Aliski, she has his tools, just like some fighters I talk about. They got the tools and everything like that, but when they go into the mentally break, that they're not there. You know what I'm saying? It's a mental thing, and you can't train mental. You can train the skills and punches, but you can't teach mental. And Aliski is dealing with that mental issue where she breaks in the fight and she just don't show up. You know, she dropped the ball, which I talked about a couple fighters who are like that. So JJ average 300, I could see that, but still, I would say this is 50-50. Davey Grant, Rafael Sancho, Webernant favorite. I say, yeah, in kind of a way, but this is still, in my opinion, this is even, because Rafael Sancho is a very experienced guy. So this is an even fight. Dumas and Josh, no way, man. This is an even fight for me, man. These both guys here are just not known enough. You know, coming off Contender Series, you just don't know. Don't know what you're gonna get here, man. Even fight. Guido Canetti and Mario Bautista. Damn, Bautista's high as hell. He's supposed to can win though, man. But damn. Yeah, he's supposed to win this fight, but I mean, just still be careful though. When I see guys like that high like this, you know, gotta be careful, man. Carl Williams, and they're liking Carl Williams here. They ended up in Carl Williams. I'm liking Brzeski, but you know, I can see why they like Carl Williams. I believe he can get takedowns. He's a grinder kind of in a way. But I'm liking Brzeski though. I could be wrong here, but Brzeski's an underdog here. But I'm liking Brzeski. But it is what it is, though, man. I mean, we'll see what happens with that one. This fight, Carl Williams and Brzeski is even to me, man. I don't know. Like I said, it's a Contender Series, guys. They shouldn't be so high in odds, man. Anton and Victor, even fight. I'm liking Anton. I don't disagree with that. Perfect. These guys are coming off the Contender Series. You know, it's just unknown. You know, Jonathan Martinez, Saeed. They got Saeed at 200 and something. I think this should be more closer fight, even though I like Saeed, but should be more closer. Nikita Krylov, Ryan Spann, same thing. I mean, Nikita 165 is not so bad, but still an even fight. Because Ryan Spann is a skilled guy, man. And he said he's training now. Like before, in all of his other fights, he said he wasn't training. So, so I guess if he's training now, you know, his last fight was pretty good. So, but still be careful though. Alexander Volkov and Romanov 150 should have crossed. To me, it's an even fight, but I can see why Romanov is favorite here because, like I said, the takedowns and Volkov can get taken down and put flat in his back. Still be careful. Marab and Petr Yan. Damn, they got Petr Yan as favorite? Oh, wow. You're really respecting Petr Yan here. He's a high favorite, too. I would think this would be a more closer fight because of the fact that Marab can get the takedowns. But Petr Yan is, like I said, is very well-rounded. But judging off of his last fights, they would have robbed him. I guess Aljamain Sterling is Marab's teammate. You would figure that, you know. Yeah, it'd be a more closer fight. Or maybe Dvalishvili Marab, you know, could have been favorite here, but I'm liking Yan, but the odds are high though. I think I say this is more a closer fight. If Marab come in here and just grind and just get one or two takedowns, you never know, man. To go judges, you never know. And this is a fight that could go to the judges, man. Unless Petr Yan knocks out Marab, it's possible. But it's a fight that could go to the decision. And if it goes, I have Yan as a decision, but like I said, Yan's last performances is like all split decision losses, man. And Dvalishvili's perfect fight for him just to grind out, man. So careful with this one, guys. So that's about it right there, man. Enough about to everybody. I appreciate the subscriptions. I appreciate the Patreon subscription and PayPal donations. One love out to everybody, and